happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video with your boy Thick Whips. Today we have a package here from JD Cars. This package here is a plug and play wireless charging solution for our cell phones in the F30 BMWs. Huge shout out to JD Cars for sending this unit out to me. If you guys are interested in purchasing one, you can get 5% off if you use my discount code in the link in the description with THICK5. That will effectively get you 5% off of this product. I haven't taken anything out of the box yet. I did peek at it, but I haven't taken anything out of the box yet. I'm gonna show you guys how to install it and give you my honest review on the product. Let's get into it. First things first, I do really have to say this is beautiful packaging. Mr. JD Cars. Can definitely tell that you guys put a lot of effort into this and it just looks really, really nice. Let's go ahead and open it up. So I actually didn't realize that it's the entire unit. I thought it was just like the charging piece, but the whole thing comes as a center console unit, which is really cool. Now this right here is included in all orders, and it's an adapter piece if you have an LCI model cigarette lighter. The LCI model cigarette lighters are a little bit thinner, so when retrofitting them into the actual cigarette lighter port, you may have to use this in order to make it fit right. However, this will be included in every order when you buy the Lightning console, just in case you do need it. Another nice addition to this product is it comes with all of the tools you need to install the actual Lightning console itself. Gonna have this little package right here with the installation kit and all of the tools that you need, which is also very nice. Trim tools, it looks like, little key tag here, and then of course the installation instructions right there using the QR code. Let's go ahead and take out the unit. Again, I must say this all looks really nice. There's the charging unit up top here that's integrated into the entire center console. Looks like we got some plugs and everything ready for us. So this should be pretty easy. I mean, if the entire unit is right here, you're literally just swapping it out and plugging some stuff in. One concern I did have is whether my iPhone 13 Max Pro would fit, because this thing is absolutely massive, and it looks like it does. So it's right in there, no problem. So if you guys have smaller iPhones or the bigger iPhone like me, you're going to be able to run this. So now we're in the car. You guys can see what it's going to replace, basically all of this, and then it'll give you the entire setup up there. It looks like it's going to relocate our 12-volt plug right here to over here, so that's going to be interesting. But in my car, the charger that I have is back here in the armrest. Unfortunately, this charger does not fit my phone. So I actually don't even use this. This is really just storage for me at this point. So this is gonna be a great solution to keep the phone charging while I'm on like road trips or driving around. I also really like how it's a full replacement piece. Should be a lot easier to manage and install. One other thing that's really cool about this entire unit is it has a deeper cup design piece down here. So if you guys have anything that's taller and you have tried to put that in the current F30 cup holders, you know the struggle. With this, you can fit a much larger bottle or can inside of there. All right, so let's get into the install, you guys. First things first, pop that trunk open. We're gonna disconnect the battery. Grab yourself a 10mm. Next, you guys, we're just gonna lift up the armrest here. Go ahead and grab the trim tool that was supplied. Should be able to just pry it right up. Underneath here, you're gonna have a little plug right here that we need to pop out. We can go ahead and set this aside. Next order of business, we're gonna take the center gear plastic surrounding piece out. Same method with that, we're gonna use a trim tool, pry underneath, and pop the entire thing out. Just like that. Next, we have this piece right here that holds in all the buttons. There's a clip on this side and a clip on this side. There's a couple of ways that you can do this, but I like to take it up from this side and then lift up from over here and then pull the entire thing out, and that typically works pretty well. We then have this plug right here. We're just going to go ahead and pop that out. Then you're going to use the Torx driver that was included in the kit. You're going to have one Torx bolt right there, and then the other one right there. We're going to remove those two, and that's going to release the entire piece. All right, so for the next part, we're going to take off this entire trim piece. After removing the two Torx bolts, it all should just clip right out. It's held in by clips. Give it a little bit of force and pressure. I have one plug up top here. We're going to pull that guy out. And you've got one more plug underneath here that we need to pop out. Like so. The whole unit should be able to slide right out. All right, let's take this over to the workspace. Now you guys can see the design differences up close here. Factory, new. I do like how this looks very OEM. If I just hopped in a car that already had this, I would not know that it was not OEM, that the car just did not come with this. So it looks really nice. Same satin finish, same silver trim. It all looks very good. So for this, we're gonna be swapping over this 12-volt piece and this plug right here. So that's what we're gonna be taking out. So for the first part, we need to remove this plug right here, which is held in just by a center clip. Pop it out. And then for the 12-volt, there's two little tabs on each side. We're gonna press those away from the actual cigarette lighter. And while we're doing that, we're gonna press down on the actual unit and it should slide it completely out. Next order of business, we're gonna go ahead and transfer all of these little metal clips over that are in the original piece. We're gonna need those in order to secure the new piece into the car. The way that these work is they have little teeth in them that actually hold onto the plastic, so we're gonna need to pry apart on each side and pull out. All right, so real quick, now we can take these 6 little pieces and throw them onto the new unit. All right, so next up, let's take the cigarette lighter and throw it into the new unit. This is pretty simple. We're just gonna take the plug and run it through, and then you just connect everything in its original position in the back. Last little step here with this piece is we're gonna use this adapter wiring harness, kind of like a piggyback that comes with its own fuse. For the smaller end that comes out of the new unit, connect it to this, and then we will take this end and connect it to our original cigarette lighter. So now we have one plug remaining, and this is going to go back into the car. So before we throw this in the car, you guys, this last step might depend on what kind of F30 you have, but I do have keyless entry in this car, so we need to take off this module right here from the factory unit. And then for the reinstall, we're simply just gonna reposition it for the new unit. There's already a hole drilled out for us, and it'll sit just like that. All right, so now that we have everything together, we can go ahead and throw it in the car. All right, so now the rest is pretty straightforward. We're just putting everything back to where we found it. We're gonna need this plug right here, and then we'll need this plug right here. Go ahead and take our new unit, set it right back here like this. And let's get those plugs figured out first. So we've got this guy right here, and then the new keyless entry plug right up here. Push some of those wires back a little bit, tuck it in. And now it's just a matter of reinstalling it. You're gonna see these 4 holes right here. This piece has 4 clips that's gonna go into those, and then we just firmly press it down. All right, so once you wrestle in all those little clips there, should look like this, completely flush. Next, we have the 2 little Torx bolts we gotta put in here. All right, so now we can go ahead and plug this piece back in. Then we can put the center piece back in right here. And lastly, you guys will just go ahead and plug in the iDrive controller. Good. All right, so we are finished with the entire installation. And as you can see, everything is completely flush, looks OEM. Could never tell that this is an aftermarket piece. It all looks very, very nice. The finish is identical to the factory finish. It just looks really, really good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect the battery and see if everything works. All right, so the battery is back in and we are live. You can see the green light right there. That means charging, wireless charging is activated. Let's throw the phone on and see if it charges. Love to see it. So this is my iPhone 13 Max Pro without a case on. Let's throw a case on and see if it still charges. Nice simply carbon fiber case here. Throw it on. Still charges. That is awesome. And just to be sure, let's go ahead and turn the car on, make sure that everything else works properly and that this isn't interfering with any of the normal functions. see, iDrive. Yep, still good. Driving modes are still good. New driving modes down here. Still works. OEM functions, but now we have wireless phone charging. All right, you guys, so there you go. We now have wireless charging in the F30. Pretty cool. Very, very easy product to install. Big shout out to JD Cars for sending that out. Like I said, I'm gonna have a 5% off discount code in the description. Thick5 will get you 5% off of the Lightning console by JD Cars. Love the fact that people are continually innovating and making new products for the F chassis. Even though this car has been out for a while, there are still people coming up with new inventions, which is really great to see. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.